earlier this week, we witnessed a solemn memorial service at St. Patrick's Cathedral for dozens of police officers who died from COVID-19. Take a look.
It's good because it at least allows me to get some closure that I would not have necessarily been able to get.
By the NYPD Ceremonial Unit, and this morning we're joined by Lieutenant Jamel Hodges, the commanding officer of that unit. Good morning, Lieutenant Hodges. Thanks for being with us today. We do want to express our condolences.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, for the NYPD members lost to COVID-19. This is tough, but it's a beautiful thing that you were able to organize this at St. Pat's. It's it's the closest thing that they had to a traditional service that. Since March, right? How else has COVID impacted this memorial service and helped you to organize this?
Well, we've had to change a few of the protocols that we do here in the NYPD. We're bringing chairs out. We're making sure that we're socially distanced. We have to skip a row sometimes and make sure that everyone's spread out evenly. It's even to the point where I have to bring out 2 or 3 podiums, so I won't have too many speakers speaking from one podium. So it's definitely been a little different than what we had to do here in the NYPD.
So many things have looked and felt so different, but what have you been doing the past 6.5 months? I mean, I can't imagine it was easy, like so many families, thousands of families who were not able to honor their loved ones over the last 6.5 months. What were you doing?
Well, basically, we were, traditionally, we were used to going inside of churches and houses of worships to on our offices, but everything had to be done outside now. We are one of the rare units and departments across the country that shoulder carry our offices. We had to actually do everything outside. The funeral home staff, the church staff would actually bring our offices outside, and we would have actually a funeral service outdoors as opposed to traditionally indoors.
How are families reacting? Because first of all, this is enormously difficult for them, losing their loved ones who are on the front line, but then having to try to go through the grieving process in an alternative way, if you will.
Right. The families have been great. We've planted trees at the residence of our offices, something that we've never done in the NYPD. We've had flyovers at the houses of our offices because they weren't allowed to have a funeral.
Right.
Yeah.
It's been different, but our families have been very, very happy. It's amazing to have a family member come up and thank you on their worst day and smile at you and just thank you for being there.
Yeah, I mean, when you think about, if you lose a member of the NYPD in the line of duty, they usually are sent off with such a traditional ceremony, and it's been so hard over the last 6.5 months, But as the head of the ceremonial unit, sir, you aren't only in charge of memorial services and somber ones like we saw on Monday. You have a whole other host of functions that you oversee as well. For example, the NYPD graduation ceremony was back in March. Talk to me a little bit about other things you oversee.
Well, we have street renamings. When our officers are killed in the line of duty, we rename streets in their memory. Promotional ceremonies. We have an NYPD jazz band, a steel band. We're actually out in the community performing as well. But those are some of the things that we do here in the NYPD outside of our memorial services.
It's a really wonderful unit that you head up. How did you get involved in it?
I was originally assigned to the Community Affairs Bureau. I was the public events manager here. I would do events in the community, and I was asked to join the ceremonial unit. I interviewed for it, and here I am.
I can tell by the look on your face and your voice that you enjoy what you do. You're proud of the good work that you do. Give me some indication as how important this is to you personally.
Every month I receive several hundred cards, and they're from the families of our deceased officers. I call it my bag of cards. And every morning I start my day by reading a card on my desk. And I tell you, it's sometimes it can bring you to tears, some of the things that I see. Just the letters of thank you and support. And that's all the energy I need is to read the cards every day.
Yeah, I mean, you seem like, with a warm smile like that, sir, you seem like somebody who is in touch with your inner emotional side like I am as well, and that keeps you going, I'm sure. Hey, I do want to ask you about that graduating class because it was canceled due to COVID-19. Do you have any idea, sir, of when we'll actually see some of those new recruits, the new class of recruits?
No, I don't, Dan, but we're ready. When that time happens, we're ready. We're training, we're still training to conduct that ceremony. And when I get the call, we'll be ready to perform.
Yeah, in the meantime, though, what are your words of encouragement for them?
Just to stay strong. I mean, the NYPD has a 175-year history of just providing help and everything for the city. So that's all you need. I'm honored to wear these patches on my shoulders.
Yeah.
And we'll be fine. We'll get through
Lieutenant,
this.
I got to ask you, on a totally left field question, the NYPD B unit is one of my favorite groups of individuals. Have you tried their honey?
Yes, actually, I have 2 weeks ago.
Oh my gosh,
invited to
they were
take-
sending out
yes.
tweets of bottles of their different colors of the honey. I just am fascinated by them. Can you tell them I said hello, please?
I will. I'll make sure.
But from a distance, though, we don't want you to get stung.
Those
All
guys are
right,
great.
Lieutenant. Thank you so much for joining us. Always a pleasure. Come back, okay, will you?
All right. Thank you, Betty. Thank you, Dan.